Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and guess what? It's sort of like spring, right? It's the first day where we really don't have to wear any jackets. Today's actually a high of 60, which is kind of nice, though it's still technically winter, but it is the very first of the Wildwoods reconstruction update videos we usually do every year. January we took off because, well, it was cold, it was snowy, and realistically, not too many projects besides the Wildwood Boardwalk reconstruction project was taking place. But now we're here, and let me tell you, there's a backlog of projects we're going to go over today. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, you give this video a thumbs up, and a special thank you out to my patrons on patreon.com. It's because of them we can make videos like this. If you want to support the channel and have your name at the end of the video, all you have to do is click the links in the description below. Anyway, let's get started. Hey, did you know that you could sponsor our videos? In the first 15 to 20 seconds after our bouncer, your business could be here. If you want more information, shoot us an email at joey@wildwoodvideoarchive.com. And hey, you're not only advertising your business, but you're also helping local journalism. Today, we're starting our video here at the Grassy Sound Marina, where, as you may remember, this road we're on and that bridge that used to be there was the original bridge to get into the Wildwoods. And well, after they built that brand new one, we used that to go fishing on. And well, I was speaking to crews today, and they said that the supports at the very bottom were very tiny, about 2.5 inches wide. And that's why back in 2023, funding was finally put together, or a plan was put together, to build a brand new one. And that's what's going on right now. They're building a brand new pier for us to go on. It's all prefabricated, so everything besides the supports are built outside. They build the supports, and then actually starting tomorrow, they're bringing in the final supports, and then they're gonna lay the top decking on top. Crews tell me that they're running ahead of schedule, mostly because when you prefabricate most of the parts off-site, you can work on both things at the same time. And so once those other pieces do come in, they're gonna lift them up using these cranes and just kind of put them into place, secure them, and they're good to go. They are expecting this to be ready by the summer. I know it's kind of hard to see what it looks like from here, so we do have the seagull, and so let's put that in the sky to bring you a bird's point of view of what things look like here from the Grassy Sound. We now find ourselves at the old Ivanhoe. And I'm not gonna lie to you, taking this one a little bit harder. As you may know, we were here a couple weeks ago, and the Ivanhoe had just started demolition, and now it's gone. Like I mentioned before, they're demolishing it. It's not becoming condos, they're becoming individual family homes. And if you look down the way, you can kind of see where those marks are, not the white marks, but the number marks. You can see the 5, the 4, the 3, 2, 1, all the way down. And so there'll be 5 family dwellings here. It's just something that I don't think, first of all, you didn't realize how big this lot was, right? It's massive. It is absolutely massive. But it's always sad when you lose a place in which there was so many memories here. So many families came here for generations to enjoy this place. And unfortunately, it looks like another motel down here might be either converting and or potentially just becoming something different than what it is right now. And hey, I just want to put this out there. If you do buy a motel down here, look to see how the Madison Resorts kind of did their thing. I think the modern take on doo-wop is great because everyone wants to stay in a doo-wop looking kind of place, but they want the updated modern accessories, everything that comes along with that. Whether it is newer beds, newer floors, whether it is, mirrors that light up really cool. And so when you're designing any of these places, keep that in mind. People want to stay in the doo-wop motels. They want to come back in time to these awesome doo-wop retro motels. They just want a more modern take on it. That being said, construction on this should begin very soon. We are under the boardwalk because here at 21st Street, you guys have been pointing out some construction here and y'all had some questions. What are we talking about? Right behind me. Yeah, this is a project that we told you guys about a year ago. North Wildwood is adding in a brand new ramp, which is something very much needed, especially for those, A, accessibility, and B, for bikes. Because in order to get on this bike path going this way, the only way on was from the street, which was convenient if you were on the street. But if you're on the boardwalk and you want to get onto the beach, you either had to carry down your bike or go down that way. There's a different kind of ramp, or go to the very end. Not anymore. Right behind me is going to be a brand new ramp. You can actually see the outline of it as it kind of comes down. And you can see how the construction is going. Looks good so far. It's definitely a lot wider than I expected it to be, but hey, it works, right? Looks like they're getting ready to put the bracing in. But yeah, this will be ready in the time for summer. There's actually more wood back here. This is the other side of the project. You can see two different heights going on, one from the boardwalk and one from down below. And this, we're being told, should be ready by summer. Let me know what you guys think. This, I may add, has nothing to do with the North Wildwood Boardwalk reconstruction project. That was pushed. In the meanwhile, they are fixing a couple of the supports underneath as things are still kind of being put forward. Look, if you start a project like that now, it's not gonna be ready in time for summer. So it makes sense for them to wait until the fall. But as they are getting ready to get things ready for the summertime, they still have to make sure that all of these supports are good to go. And so you'll see underneath that a lot of these were fixed. They dug down, they put concrete pads. This is gonna be removed completely. And you can see the new base for that new one that's gonna go straight up. You can see where I think it ends right there. You'll see everything with X's on here, fully demolished, including this beam, that will be replaced. And you can see how the supports here are kind of not doing well, which is why they put this bracing here. But for this year, they'll remove all of this. They have these concrete pads. They'll put a new, it looks as number 6 or so. They'll put up all these new pieces going up. This way, all this will be good to go. And you can see them working on this in different sections of the boardwalk here in North Wildwood. There's actually another one right down there. You can see how bad it was too. Look at this. Yeah. So yeah, they're making sure, even over there too, they're making sure this would be good to go for the summer. And closer to 20th Street, you can see more of those being built. This beam here will be replaced. And it looks like this might be one of the beams right here. What's going in there? While we're up on the boardwalk, a lot of people ask me, Joey, what's new? What's coming up here? I could tell you this, we don't know yet. The only thing that's been announced as new will be new trains for the Great White. We actually gave you guys videos of the 2 new trains. They look phenomenal. I can't wait to ride them. Moist Piers is going to be doing an event for them when they finally do come out. We actually just started seeing billboards now when you come down here, which is really, really cool. But right now, that's all we kind of know what's new up here. I mean, obviously, we've got the construction happening at the other end of the boardwalk, which we'll visit in a few minutes. We now find ourselves here at the Rook. That's right. This is Juniper and Pacific Avenue, and man, work is underway to convert the Good Night Irenes into the Rook. Right, the Rook is a maniac bar. They bought it and are transforming it into what you'll be seeing right now. At this minute, you could see a lot that is happening. They're ripping off the shingles, they're getting the siding ready, they're putting on a new roof, they're adding on new pieces that make it more detailed, and I really like this. A lot more windows, there's gonna be a new entrance. The back, from at least what I'm seeing, isn't changing as much. But this thing is going to be gorgeous once it's done. Now, the only parts that are left of the original Good Night Irenes is one more sign over the beer garden. Outside of that, everything is being stripped out. The entire inside, the roof, the siding, anything that can come out of it is being removed. And then that way they could renovate the entire inside. Now, hopefully we give you guys a little inside tour once it's done. You never know, but we got a lot of projects, so let's head to the next one. Here at Pine Avenue, we're looking at this and it's almost done, at least from the outside. They didn't do the garages or do the inside or the balconies, but from the outside, this part here, it looks so cool. I like the color scheme, and I have to admit, I think originally when I saw the drawings, I thought it was gonna look really ugly, but not bad. Making our way across Atlantic Avenue, you can see the windows are in, the siding is all in, they're working on the ceilings, putting in some lights. I don't know if they worked on the main area here, the courtyard, but I have to admit, it's gonna have some nice sunset or sunrise videos from these angles, depending where you're at. I mean, here you could probably see the sunset, probably see the sunrise a little bit from this side here as well. And they haven't really done anything down below just yet. It's kind of hard to see in there, but it's a work in progress. Let me know whether or not you guys would buy a unit inside this building. I think it's a really great location. As a reminder, that other like high-rise building that could be coming, which may not be coming because it's for sale, that's kind of weird, that's going down there as well, closer to the boardwalk. But we'll save that for another video because realistically, I don't really think that's actually gonna happen. Behind me is Rite Aid on Oak and New Jersey Avenue, and new plans have been submitted to the city to make this into a super Wawa. And I've reached out to Wawa and they're telling us this is going to be a concept store, but they're not really giving us too many details. What we do know is this: Wawa is down the street, just a couple blocks away. You can see it from here. They wanted a new location in which they can bring gas pumps, at least 8 of these pumps. In the Wildwoods, we really only have a handful of gas stations. You got Wawa when you enter through North Wildwood. When you come through regular Wildwood, you've got Wawa in Sinclair, and that's pretty much about it. So adding another one here seems really smart, and you forget how big this lot is. I know it doesn't look big, but it is absolutely massive. And so it would be a great location. Those asking for the blueprints, I asked Wawa, they didn't give it to us. But hopefully soon we will get it. I moved down Skellinger Avenue a little bit from Rite Aid to right here, the Hurricane. The Hurricane, you may remember, is supposed to be becoming a new Mex-Tex place called Cantina. And as of right now, I don't see any work going on in the building. Remember, they're gonna keep the same building, just remove all the signage, add in windows and doors, and inside is gonna be colorful and absolutely beautiful. But at this very moment, no work has started. But on the other side, there's a different property. If you remember, it is now becoming the Sandy Boots. And they're working at this very moment, so let's run over there. As a reminder, the Sandy Boots is located on Lincoln Avenue. It's the other side of Skellinger. And since our last video, they put up doors and windows, and it looks really cool. I don't want to bother them, but look at this, right? They're working inside and outside. This entire area has been going through a massive renovation. I mean, you saw Colleen's ripped down, the Hurricane's next. This thing was built. This is being done. Moody's Piers got rid of the stardust. And so everything is practically new, except for, I think these are like the last two. This one here, I think this one, and then the next one's not original. So this one's the only original building left on the block. And this isn't the only project happening just in this intersection. You go down here, and where the old Shamrock was, there's a bunch of new condos, and they're almost done. Here they are, the residences at Pacific. The last time we've been here, they were still working really hard. Now they're down to the landscaping. Actually, they're putting in landscaping down here at this very moment. And let's walk around a little bit, because this is what they're supposed to look like, and I would say that they did a pretty darn good job. Granted, I think I liked that fencing a little bit better, but still. Heading down this way, you can see most of the stonework looks to be completed. Little sections here and there. But this looks really nice. You see, this is the parking inside. I like that. You've got the courtyard looking down. I can't really walk back here. They got no trespassing signs, but these things look really, really nice. Hopefully we can get you guys some kind of tours. Wait a minute, one second. This is no trespassing, hunting or fishing. I mean, we're not doing any of that. Not here inland. But all this landscaping has just been installed. They just put the mulch down. You can smell it. But it looks really, really nice. Moving over to Garfield, this is like a holding lot for the moment. But we know the VFW building is going to be demolished eventually. And we don't know if this will all be the same style of condos like the Pacific or the residences at Pacific. But it's making everything look really nice. Here at New Jersey and Spicer, you could see, I believe they're called the Solstice, are now finally rising up. A lot of work has taken place since our last time. They're adding in all of these balconies. This is only one side of it. The other side looks like they haven't started yet, and they may not start for a while, since through here you can kind of see there's nothing there. But let's do a quick little tour. So here is the main master plan. You can see they're going for both sides. Looks like the northern side right now is the only part that is actually under construction. And this does look very similar to what they've actually built so far. I'll turn down here. It's kind of hard to see because of the fence, but yeah, looks very similar. And if you may remember, this used to be Lehigh Dairy. They knocked down that building here. You also didn't realize how big this lot was, right? Going all the way down. It's massive. We'll walk down the block just a little bit. We still don't know what's happening to Billows or the Trolley Project building. This is owned by Atlantic City Electric. This was supposed to be demolished and then nothing happened. Here's the other side of the lot. As you can tell, nothing really going on. But before you know it, this whole area is going to look like brand new. Dollar General is new. This over here, obviously. Maurice Pierce redid that building. All this is starting to look really, really nice. Now we just got to figure out what to do about this, right? Maybe put like a motel or a restaurant or something like that. Let me know what you guys think. Now for the one project I know you're waiting for. It's the Wildwood Boardwalk reconstruction project plus the extension of the Wildwood Boardwalk. Like, it's unbelievable to think the Wildwood Boardwalk is actually getting larger. And while I do plan to do a full breakdown of this project, I want to give you a little taste of things because I don't think you realize how big this is. It's not every single day that the boardwalk gets wider. So let's just quickly kind of recap why this is happening. In the simplest ways when it comes to the Wildwood Boardwalk extension project, for those who don't know, the Wildwood Boardwalk is two different sizes. You've got one size going north of Skellinger Avenue. It's roughly about 60 feet. And then going south of Skellinger Avenue to Cressy Avenue, it's about 44 feet. And if you're down here on a Friday night, you may recognize that, man, it's tight. Right? The tram cars are going in two different directions. You've got people watching the fireworks. You can't get anywhere. And so the city of Wildwood wanted to make the Wildwood Boardwalk bigger at this section so that there is no congestion on the boardwalk. And a great example of showing you what the difference is, well, showing you where the boardwalk should be ending. Let me run down here. I'll show you. This is where the Wildwood Boardwalk will be extended to. That's the exact size in which it was supposed to be at. Obviously it curves here, but this is how much more space we're going to be getting. It's a lot, yeah. And so they're putting pylons every X amount of feet to make this new boardwalk reality come true. It's going to be big. Look at all this space. It's going to be so open And now on Friday nights, once this is done, which it should be done by the second week of May, maybe first week of May, you're not going to have any kind of issues when it comes to watching the fireworks and a tram car going back and forth behind you. This project, by the way, is different than the Wildwood Boardwalk reconstruction project, which is going on into its 4th year, seeing different sections of the Wildwood side of the Wildwood Boardwalk be reconstructed. That involves fixing all of the concrete work underneath, or the supports, ripping off the concrete pad for the tram car, ripping up all of the decking, supporting everything or resupporting everything, putting new decking on top, new railings, new ramps, new steps, new pretty much everything, including lights. That, by the way, the top decking is done, and we do have the drone, so let's put that bird in the sky to show you what things look like up on the boardwalk. And there you guys go. That is the Wildwoods construction update video. What do you guys think? I know we left out some projects, but hey, if there's a project you want to see in this video, let me know. I'll make sure we can get it in. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to support this channel, this is our independent journalism pitch to you guys, please go ahead and become a subscriber. You pay for all the awesome equipment we have, and we're trying to buy a new drone for this year. So if you want to help us buy a new Seagull, make sure you sign up and you get your name at the end of the video. Anyway, I'm Joey. As always, I'll see you on the beach, which we're on right now. And let me tell you, it feels nice to be out here without a jacket on. I know, it's nice. Anyway, I'll see you on the beach. It's right over here. Bye.